All right, so Spencer, for 6.6, adding and subtracting mixed numbers, you need to make sure you have common denominators. Looking at the work you submitted, I don't even see you converting the fractions to having common denominators. I'm not quite sure what you were doing. I see some of them you've put in decimals, but at this point we're not doing decimals, we're working strictly with fractions, so we need to keep them in that form. So I'm going to show you two different ways you can do these. You can either keep them as mixed numbers, finding common denominators, and then subtracting or adding, or you can turn them into improper fractions or fractions greater than 1, and then again finding that common denominator so that you can do the calculation. So this is number 5 from lesson 6.6. We have 9 and 5/6 minus 2 and 1/3. Obviously they are different denominators, so we need to find a common denominator. 6 is a multiple of 3, so we can use 6. So 9 and 5/6 will stay the same. In order to make 3 equal to 6, we have to multiply it by 2. So of course, whatever we do to the denominator, we have to do to the numerator. The whole number stays the same. 1 times 2 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. So now that we have a common denominator, we can subtract. 9 minus 2 is 7. 5 minus 2 is 3. And our denominator stays the same. We do need to write these in simplest form, and 3/6 can be reduced to 1/2 because 3 divided by 3 is 1, 6 divided by 3 is 2. So this would be your final answer. Now, like I said, the other way you could do this, was turning them into mixed numbers. Or I'm sorry, turning them into improper fractions or fractions greater than 1. So if I was going to choose to do that, I'm going to multiply my denominator by the whole number and then add my numerator. So 6 times 9 is 54, plus 5 is 59, so that would be 59/6. Your denominator stays the same. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7, so this would be 7/3. I still need to find that common denominator, so I'm still going to use 6. So 59/6 would stay the same. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to find 6, so I have to multiply both of these by 2. 7 times 2 is 14. 3 times 2 is 6. And then I have 59 minus 14. Let's see, 9 minus 4 is 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. And this all goes over 6. Now I can't leave it as an improper fraction. I have to turn it back into a mixed number. So let's see, 6 goes into 45 7 times, which is 42. So that would leave me 3/6 because 45 minus 42 is 3. So I'm getting the same fraction as you can see, and I'm going to reduce that to 7 and 1/2. Okay, so you need to make sure, like I said, you're finding those common denominators, and you can either do it the first way, keeping them as mixed numbers, or you can do it the second way, turning them into improper fractions, and then converting them back into a mixed number for your answer. Okay, so the example I showed you was subtraction. You would do the same work for an addition problem, finding common denominators, or turning them into improper fractions and then finding common denominators. You would just simply add your fractions at that point rather than subtract them. Okay, so what I want you to do is go back through lesson 6.6, redo these problems on a separate sheet of paper, showing me your work just like I have shown you here. If you have any questions while you are doing this, make sure you let me know.